Hello everyone, this is Jose Baeza with Efunding Experts and welcome to our YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk to you guys about how you can start your own funding business. What are some of the benefits? What are some of the negatives? And before we get started, I want you to go ahead and click on the like and subscribe button in case you haven't done so yet, so that you don't miss out on our future videos. Now, to get started, you guys may be wondering, how do I get into lending? How do I start a lending company? Well, today I'm going to share with you guys, based on my experience doing this for over 15 years, how you can get started today. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit about my history. I started Efunding Experts about 15 years ago when I became the #1 salesperson for cash advances. For those of you guys that are not too familiar with business cash advances are loans that can be high interest and usually are for people that are for businesses that are generating a certain amount of revenue on a monthly basis. Now, these type of loans are not always bad, but they're also not always good, because you're talking about high interest loans. Now, there's always going to be a need for it. At some point, it makes sense to take some of these deals, but it's not always the case. So because I became the first, that's when I started learning more about real estate. I started learning more about restaurants, entrepreneurship with other clients. I realized that not all shoes will fit. And because of that reason, I needed to go out and expand a little bit further as to how can we get more products. And so my adventure in lending started there. I made a lot of mistakes, but I also learned from them. And the thing is that you have to be able to learn from your mistakes so that you can go ahead and be able to grow as a business, but also be able to help as many people as possible. So I'm going to share with you guys today a little bit about the benefits of lending. Having a business and lending, it's one of those situations where you get to pick and choose the hours that you work with, right? There you get to pick and choose when do you wake up, when do you go to sleep, and not have to worry about having a 9-to-5 job. That's typically what it does, right? But just as any entrepreneur knows, you have to put in the work first, because the world does revolve around money, but it also revolves around making sure that you put in the effort, that you pay it forward, that you put in the work. It's not always going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, you guys. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is, #1, you want to be able to treat it as a business. You got to be able to do some marketing. You have to be able to go ahead and push yourself to do the work, but do it ethically, because when it comes to lending, it is very easy for you to slip and be able to say, you know what, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but maybe I should be doing this. And I can say that because there's been situations where I haven't gotten paid on some deals, some clients didn't pay us, and there are certain situations where it can be easy for someone not to do the right thing. But you want to make sure that whenever you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, whatever business you're doing, you want to make sure that you're always doing the right thing, that you have integrity, and that you have the best intention in mind for not only your clients, but also your business partners and your affiliates, okay? So having said that, you guys, most of the businesses that we run are working with lending affiliates, okay? Meaning that people that know other people that are going to need the funds. You want to be able to partner with those individuals. You want to be able to get referrals. You want to be able to have a legitimate website, a legitimate source of revenue that is going to be partners, solid partners that can fundraise the money for your clients, okay? You don't want to just give out empty promises. You don't want to be charging fees just for the sake of charging them and then making your money on the fees. You want to genuinely be able to provide value to the client and be able to provide an affiliate commission, because everybody wants to make money, you guys, but at the same time, it's also about helping others and be able to rise so that we can make the world a better place, okay? Entrepreneurs make that. Entrepreneurs make the world a better place. So the first thing I want to say is you want to work, but not too much. You want to have fun as well. So don't stress out over not funding a deal. Don't stress out about certain things that maybe perhaps you can't fix. If a deal falls through, it is very easy for someone to get disappointed. It's just part of business, just like anything. It is going to happen where you're going to get disappointed, but nonetheless, there's still always going to be another day for you to keep trying and do better. The best way for you to avoid disappointments is by having the right partnerships, knowing the right people. There will be times where you're not going to fund a deal yourself. You're going to have to pass it along to someone else, and it is perfectly okay. Make it a win-win. It's not all about you and how much money you can make. It's about how much value you can provide to the client and to the market. So because of that reason, it brings me to my next point, which is partnering up with the right people. With e-funding experts, most of our deals are coming from affiliates, from partners just like you, that will allow us to be able to raise the capital based on your client's needs. So not everybody's going to need a cash advance. Not everybody's going to need a hard money loan. Not everyone's going to fit into the criteria of private money, but we have those programs for those individuals that do fit that criteria. We have cash advances, we have hard money loans for those that are real estate investors, we have gap funding for those that are looking to get into real estate but simply don't have the money to get into real estate, and we certainly have startup loans and term loans, which allow anyone to get unsecured loans without any collateral and without any prepayment penalties. So this allows us to get access to up to $750,000 with no collateral and unsecured, no prepayment penalties, and all we need is just their name, date of birth, home address. So let me ask you a question. Would you be able to provide a client a quote with just their name, date of birth, home address? In many situations, you're not able to, but we are. And that's why I'm mentioning that having the right partnerships allows you to have that flexibility to give people options. Because there will be some people that won't give you their social security number, but they can certainly give you those 3 pieces of information. So find the right partnerships. With the right partnerships, there's always a solution, and you can learn from it so that you can thrive together and grow together as a company, but also your employees and also your partners. Now, you definitely want to make money, right? So you want to be able to work with the right partners that will pay you based on the work that you're putting in. It's not always about you doing all the work. You don't want to do all the work. You want to have the right work and get the right payment for that work. So for us, our partners don't do much other than just refer us clients, and our commissions usually start anywhere from 2% to 4%, and they can go up to 8% with our term loans and lines of credit. And then for our hard money loans, usually can go anywhere from 20% to 40% of the fees that we collect. Because of that, keep in mind that on a $100,000 deal, you're looking at making anywhere from $2,000 all the way up to $8,000. And it's all going to be based on what does the deal take? Is how much interest is the client being charged? What are the fees that we're charging? And in regards to all of that, it has to be a win-win for everyone. So I want to make sure that making money is very important, but you also want to make it ethical, and you want to make it right for the client and for the affiliate, okay? You want to have the right partnership when it comes to creating an affiliate program that will allow the affiliate to make money off of every deal that he brings, or even after an affiliate comes in. Affiliates and partners are the backbone of our business because it allows us to expand and not have to do all of the work by simply just having other people market us, refer us, and do all the heavy lifting for us. And when it comes to getting a client, what's more important, funding the client or finding the client? Well, they're both equally as important. Without us having a client, we cannot fund it. And without the affiliate having a place to take it, they cannot make money. So it has to be a win-win scenario for everyone. So you want to make sure that you have the right partnerships and that you have a win-win scenario for everyone, okay? Now, when it comes to being able to make a difference in other people's lives, one thing that my mentor said is that, anything that you do it right, even when no one's looking, because that says more about you having integrity than anything else. When it comes to my company, I always treat them as family, because I have family that has gone through the funding process, through my own funding process, and if I wouldn't have pushed them myself, then I wouldn't have pushed them towards anyone else. So I've seen the benefits, I've seen people grow, I've seen people be super successful simply by following the strategy of making it a win-win for everyone, and I can tell you that it's worth it. Having the right people in place makes it all worth it, because you're changing lives, you're helping others achieve their goals and their dreams, and more importantly as well, you're helping your family and your goals and your dreams as well, all by helping others. And again, everything revolves around money. Most of the businesses fail because of the lack of capital. So in times like these where inflation is high and there's a lot of political situations going around you, prices are going high, you want to be able to make a difference in the world, be able to make an impact by changing the lives of others through entrepreneurship, being able to empower those businesses, being able to provide the capital for real estate investors so they can build new homes, make them better, and be able to provide a place of living for other families. So again, it all comes back to the round of how do you make a difference. That's by providing capital, having a successful business in lending, and being able to make it a win-win so that the client's getting a heck of a good deal, the affiliate's getting compensated, and so are you. And again, this is Jose Baeza with Efunding Experts. If you want to learn more about how you can become a partner and be able to have your own lending company, be able to go ahead and click on the link below, fill out a form, and one of my representatives or myself will be able to reach out to you and be able to show you exactly how to win in lending. Again, this is Jose Baeza with Efunding Experts. Talk to you soon.